Who listening to this podcast rides a dirt bike? Raise your hand. Okay, absolutely excellent. Pretty much everybody raised their hand. All right, okay, good. And who that rides a dirt bike has recently seen a photo or video of them riding? Because if you haven't, you don't know what you're doing. The amount of people that I see riding, thinking they're doing something, and then for the very first time, finally get eyes on what it is that they're actually doing. It's never what you think it is. I don't care how high level of a rider you are, how brand new you are, how much even body awareness that you have. When you are putting yourself on the dirt bike with all of the variables, the adrenaline, everything kind of thrown and tossed in there, it's just about impossible, especially at first, until you are master of like knowing what you're doing versus comparing it, studying, experimenting, studying, changing, studying, doing, which is what I do all the time. Until you get to that point, you don't really know what's going on. It is so critically important to have somebody snap a photo. Go buy that. If there's a photographer at a track that's doing some photos, like go buy a photo or two. First of all, you're helping a small business, which is great. And you can just look at a couple of photos, even if they're mistimed. It's like, okay, in this corner, wow, I looked like that. If you're at the track, give your iPhone to somebody. If you're at the track by yourself, just say, hey, do you mind? This might be a weird question, but just like, hey, do you mind maybe filming me as I go by for just 5 seconds, 10 seconds? And that 5-second clip or 10-second clip really could be invaluable because it starts to just create awareness in what you're doing. And then after that, the ideal situation is being able to do it consistently. So you can make consistent changes, improve, experiment, and you go through that process consistently. But at the beginning, it's more so just to create the awareness of what's going on. That is one of the many reasons why the Moto Academy app is so valuable, is that we have so many riders in there leveraging and taking advantage of being able to send their riding footage in and have the Moto Academy coaches and other people inside the Moto Academy community give their feedback on what's going on. And what's cool is that as people get further in that process, they know, they can look at the footage and be like, yep, okay, I got to get my hips in a different position. My elbows are also dropped a little bit and my outside foot is a little bit turned out. Boom. That's 3 things for next time you hit the track. You can prioritize them. And I cannot explain to you how darn important that is. You can do it on any section of a track. It could be literally a 3 to 5 second clip. It can be a first person, like a GoPro helmet cam, but much harder to tell what's going on in that. There are some times where people send in footage and I can literally like watch the shadow and see what the shadow's doing body position wise. But yeah, much easier just have somebody film with an iPhone. Even if you go to the track yourself, just ask. It's worth it. Trust me. Trust me. It is so worth it. You will not improve. There's no way to improve more quickly than to study footage. There just isn't. If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, you can do so on Spotify and Apple Music. If you want to send in your own video submission, you can join us in the Moto Academy family inside of the Moto Academy app by just going to themotoacademy.com. That's also where you can sign up for a class. Okay, guys, see you next episode.